Most days, the so-called Islamic resistance in Iraq releases videos like this, allegedly showing fighters conducting their latest attack against Israeli soldiers. But they do this without Baghdad's approval, while officials there are vehemently against Israel's military action in Gaza and Lebanon. They are concerned the activities of armed groups in Iraq could provoke an Israeli response on Iraqi territory.
We are now in the midst of a huge, major urban renaissance in Iraq that the country has not witnessed since the 80s. We do not want any internal or external oppressor to affect this process, and therefore we're concerned in one way or another with preserving internal balance, preserving internal stability, and preserving our balanced positions in our external relations with the region and with neighboring countries.
Iraq maintains good communication with the United States, which has military bases in the country, and with its neighbour to the east, Iran. With the looming threat of an Israeli response, Iraq has made clear that no side, Israel or Iran, can use its airspace as part of military action. But the perception that Tehran is using Iraqi soil for its own ends isn't helping.
From my point of view, Iran is the one in control. Iran wants to improve the negotiation conditions in order to reach a deal, and therefore launching these militias is the best thing that can strengthen Iran's position at the upcoming negotiating table. So these actions take place according to the Iranian agenda.
The groups deny they act on behalf of Iran. They claim their work is an essential part of the wider region's fight against Israel, and also claim to have popular support.
There's been a shift in the convictions of the Iraqi people. There has developed, I think, a broad segment of Iraqi society that believes the option of resistance is the only option that obliges the Zionist entity and stops it from committing genocide and crimes that the Iraqi people saw happening in Gaza and Lebanon.
In the short term, Baghdad believes it has assurances from Washington that Iraq will be safe from repercussions. The US aware that political factions within the government prevent it from taking action against the armed groups. But there are questions for Iraq which could change the long-term picture.
Two big unknowns remain: how far Israel will try to go before it's content with its rebalancing of power in the region, and to what extent the next US president will support or push back against those goals.
A Donald Trump White House, for example, could see even greater support for Israel and a more combative approach to Iran, with Iraq caught geographically and politically between the two. Stuart Smith, CGTN, Baghdad.